Hello, welcome guys back to the Musings of Maverick channel. This is Maverick here, and right now we're going to be watching No Guns Life episode 7. So, last episode, well, we left on a bit of a cliffhanger, right? With our main antagonist for this arc, Gondry, revealing himself to basically be taking on the appearance of a little girl, and now he has cornered Mega Armed, his last remaining comrade from his original unit, right? Or the original, I guess, unit of people who made up the secretive, experimental extended force. With that being said, however, I do believe that Mega Arm probably has a few more, has some battle abilities up his sleeve as well. He's probably not going to just go down without a fight. But more so, and the thing that I'm more interested in is actually to learn more about Juzo's backstory and what exactly happened during the Great War with this entire situation with the extended, so on and so forth, right? So I do believe that that is actually going to be the point of this arc. With that said, we don't really know, so let's just get into the episode and find out. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Wonder if I do hope that we're also going to be having some good fights. Right. I mean, that much is obvious. So, who are these 10? Are they like some of the high council of this current government? Really? Hmm. And what's the deal with Gondry, actually? Like, is he actually, completely gone crazy due to some side effects of the extensions and whatnot? I wasn't expecting you to be here as well. Ooh. Damn. Old man. Bunch of weapons. Alright, let's get this real quick. See you guys in a second. Overheat. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. So when he was saying that he didn't really need those in the past, it was really just to act tough. Oh, he's gonna use harmony to take over that dude and send cigarettes over, I guess. Alright. Well, yeah, if you can even disguise yourself as a little girl, that's a pretty good assassination combination. So it's really that simple. Kill on sight. Oh, really? So EMS is no longer on the case? But he's not EMS. The hard-boiled answer. like I said, these two are eventually going to develop a pretty nice love-hate rivalry with each other. Wait, how's he able to? Oh no, wait, that was his last one. What? Holy shit! You can do that? Okay. So he's simply just gone loco, basically. So how come he didn't didn't he get literally burst through? All right. Here's the battle I'm waiting for. That is such. Even though he's an assassin. Yeah, even though he's an assassin, Gondry sure has a pretty all-around fighting style. Defense and offense at the same time. Is he gonna use that punch thingy? False punch or something like that? Breaking all the appendages? Damn. He's overheating. Of course. But he wants. I thought he wanted to avoid hitting her. These two. I mean, Krillin absolutely knows what he was doing as well. Oh? No, there are other Harmony users. I guess that would be expected. Other gunhead. So is that dude also a gunhead? Right. Like a punch. Hmm? Wait. Oh, okay. Why do I get this feeling Mega Arm is trying to do something? Hmm. So he was being under controlled all this time? Yeah, Mega Arm is trying to do something. Wait, was he the one that killed the driver? Oh, damn. He's just a normal dude. Wouldn't that literally kill him? The same. Boom. But Juzo's a second generation, right? Shouldn't he theoretically have more power than Armed? Well, that was an interesting twist. Alright, I'll admit I didn't see that one coming. I'll see you guys after the ending. Alrighty, so we got a bunch of interesting developments in this episode, in particular to Gondry's situation, right? So I didn't mention last episode that it seemed, it doesn't seem like a case where he's just only gone bonkers and then they need to stop him, right? It doesn't seem to be as straightforward as that, especially when you consider the fact that he was leaving clues to the people that he killed, sort of like saying, hey, it was me that killed it, come and get me, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense from a operating perspective. Like, if you are an assassin or your motive is to kill all these people, why would you literally tell people, allow them to find the body, and then tell them who it was that actually did it, right? So it is revealed in this episode he was being controlled and by another Harmony device, no less. And speaking of which, that group, those two that we see, one of them is also a gunhead, right? Similar to Juzo, so probably one of his old acquaintances. As far as we know from these episodes so far, the Gunslave unit was the only unit that utilized this special type of extended, so they should probably know each other, right? Whether or not Juzo actually... No, he should remember. Yeah, he should remember. But as to who those two are actually affiliated with, I'm not quite sure. My initial guess was the corporation, but it doesn't really seem like so. At the very least, we know that they are what they want to do is kill off Mega Arm, right? So they're definitely not on his side. But then which side are they actually on? Or perhaps on the government side? Something of that sort, especially since we see here that the government wants to cover up, Gondry and what he knows about the incident in the past, the massacre. Potentially, maybe they think Mega Armed is also a loose end, so they want to eliminate him as well, just as a safeguard. That's my best guess for now. Otherwise, don't really know who that actually is. It's definitely not the anti-extension group, right? The anti-extension terrorist groups. Could it be part of the Mafia? Maybe, but don't really know why they would be targeting Mega Armed at that point. And, well, it's just... speaking of this entire dynamic here, and we see Mega Arm turn on Juzo and Cronin in this episode. So even so, he definitely has to do some shady stuff, right? He got a lot of success after the war as a businessman. You don't tend to do that, especially considering his personalities and his special abilities. Probably had a lot of help with the government, right? So he's probably in on this whole thing. And the funny thing is, even if Juzo and Cronin managed to apprehend him or something, I feel like the current government would still try to maintain a facade here, right? Because Mega Armed is really beloved by all these people and whatnot. They're probably, even if they do catch him doing something shady and justice is brought to him, they're probably going to spin it in a way that still puts him in a fairly positive light, right? Or potentially he could be killed off, and if the public none the wiser, they would still remember him as a hero here. So, unfortunately, I wasn't really quite able to make a guess as to the entire situation in regards to Gondry, in regards to Mega Armed, and in regards to the new faces that we see here. So yeah, I don't know if I'm missing something major or whatnot, but I just don't really have much to say on that point at this point in time with the amount of information that we have on hand. I guess brief mention of Juzo and Cronin. So what did I say? They did turn out into having this sort of reluctant partners, I guess you could say. Even though they don't really like each other's personality or what they each stand for, they at least accept the fact that each of them have their own ideals and principles. And so, as long as it's aligned with that principle and whatnot, they can be a trusted partner, right? So, digging the love-hate relationship between these two, which I'm sure will be developed further in the future as well. As for the rest, don't really know much. We did have a sort of foreshadowing in this episode where Mary said it seemed Juzo was trying to suppress something else. Again, not really sure what he's actually suppressing besides just withdrawal symptoms because he needs that medicine. All Extended needs those medicine to control their subbrains. Is it something to do with perhaps him being, first and foremost, a military used Extended? So perhaps something that he's trying to suppress is his bloodlust or his tendency to violence. Maybe it's something like that. Don't really know. Yeah. Probably next episode, he's going to get his cigarettes in the nick of time, right? Before he does something drastic or regrettable. So, there we go. That's episode 7 of No Guns Life. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.